A 4-year-old nearly killed in a building that should be safe.
And he fell out the window.
Yes.
And broke all those bones.
Yes.
And was nearly paralyzed.
Yes.
As you heard, he fell out of a window in a building full of safety violations, despite the owners getting government money for improvements. So how could that happen? Dave Savini investigates. This little boy fell out of a 6th-floor window and survived. When our investigators looked into it, they found code violations at that complex. And as CBS 2 investigator Dave Savini reports, the owners received millions of government dollars for rehab and repairs.
How old are you? You're 4.
4-year-old Kenneth Wells was critically injured when he fell out of the 6th-floor high-rise window in June.
I seen his feet laying on the ground, and I seen blood coming from his nose.
His legs, pelvis, and spine were crushed.
So he was able to step on that.
Yes.
And he fell out the window.
Yes.
A protruding outlet in a window that opened 2.5 feet wide led to the devastating fall.
Were you scared that day?
They live in Parkway Gardens, where First Lady Michelle Obama once lived as a child. According to HUD, a company called Related Midwest bought the complex in 2011, receiving nearly $10 million in federal historical tax credits and $65 million in tax-exempt bond revenue. Not to mention the millions the company gets annually just from HUD rent checks.
There are safety violations everywhere that are exposing these kids to all kinds of hazards.
The attorney for the Wells family, Stephan Blandin, wants to know what the company does with the money, especially after what the 2 investigators found. In 2015, every one of the 16 Parkway Garden high-rise buildings inspected by the city failed for code violations. Problems include torn or missing window screens, mice, roach, bedbug, and rat infestations of entire buildings, missing smoke and carbon monoxide detectors, and fire extinguishers missing from hallways, exposed wires, and elevator issues.
So you got exposed boxes, boxes falling off the wall, screws missing, kids, little kids in this house.
Exactly. There's 4.
Her building was inspected twice shortly after her son fell and racked up 20 violations, but none window related, even though we found missing screen violations in her unit and throughout the complex days before and after the city's last inspection.
Your tax dollars are being paid to subsidize a for-profit company that is having people live in third world standards. That's the reality.
I think that children should be safe in their homes.
He fell 3 weeks after the city posted a bulletin calling it critical that building owners install proper screens and guards, limiting window openings to 4 inches.
This window opens way more than 4 inches. So you put this broomstick in the window to protect them?
Yeah.
Since 2013, there were more than 40 failed inspections at Parkway Gardens. We're told Related receives about $10.4 million a year in government money for rent. Parkway management says windows and screens are code compliant and says the child's case is unfortunate. They also say $42 million was spent to rehab and restore this 60-year-old complex. Stephan Blandin filed a lawsuit against the company today. Rob and Erica.
Okay. Dave,
Thank you.
Thanks.